Why did we decide to call it brick by brick?
That's a great question. Because building something of stability takes
Time, strategy,
effort,
planning,
all of that good stuff. Yes.
brick by brick.
Brick by brick. There's not.
Rome was not built in a day.
Yes. There's no shortcuts. There's no magic pill. None of that.
And I think a lot of times, like, people like to think that, you know, what we see on social media, like, everybody just explodes their business overnight and they're a huge success story. And it's like, nah, for 99.999% of people, it's brick by brick.
That's right.
Little by little, every day, every week, every month.
Welcome to the Navigate Real Estate Management Show. I am your host, Ernesto, and this is my co-host, Judy. We've managed over $500 million in real estate. We've processed over 5,000 leases, over 20,000 applications for tenants. What else? What other stats are out there of what we've done as far as experience? And we're not saying this to boast.
Turnovers,
that's a big deal.
At least 5,000 turnovers.
At least 5,000 turnovers. We've handled over at least 500 evictions. So anyway, there's a plethora of experience, and not just with Judy and I, but also with our team. We're constantly learning new things. So tune in. Number one, learn from our mistakes. Learn from our proven processes and procedures and systems. All of that good stuff. Also, like and subscribe, because we want you to stay tuned.
Follow,
subscribe, comment.
Follow.
Also, if you're looking for a property manager in North Texas, check out the link. We'd love to connect with you. We do a free, if your property is vacant, we do a free leasing strategy call on us, so you get a glimpse of what it looks like to work with the Navigate team. We know finding a good property management company can be a challenge at times.
Yep.
And for us, we want to be able to pull back the veil, so to speak. We like to say remove the mystery. So that's the big thing. Also, if you're a property manager, we have our brick by brick meeting, video call or a conference call.
Live
conference call, all of that good stuff. We had our first one today. We just finished wrapping up on it, which is good. So we'll be sharing some of those clips here in a minute. But also subscribe to our newsletter. Stay tuned. We obviously we provide updates in the marketplace and how they impact North Texas specifically. So we definitely want to stay tuned on that. It's a good time.
Why did we decide to call it brick by brick?
That's a great question. Because building something of stability takes
time,
strategy, effort,
planning,
all of that good stuff. Yes.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Rome was not built in a day.
Yes. There's no shortcuts. There's no magic pill. None of that.
And I think a lot of times, like, people like to think that, you know, what we see on social media, like, everybody just explodes their business overnight and they're a huge success story. And it's like, nah, for 99.999% of people, it's brick by brick.
That's right.
Little by little, every day, every week, every month.
Absolutely. Also, the brick by brick call definitely is going to be an environment for investment growth, collaboration, also share deals and knowledge exchange. So it's not a webinar where we're just teaching and no one can talk. There's Q&A, there's networking, there's connecting. We may springboard out of that with some, like a Facebook group or something like that, where there's a hub also of sharing information and data. So
yeah. I mean, that's what we were saying at the beginning of the call too. It's just that's the beautiful thing about investment real estate, is that there's so many people out there that want to help and collaborate and want to share their experiences, good, bad, ugly, happy. It's real people. It's not like you're just watching a news channel with people who know and have access to information that you don't have. So we're able to collaborate and learn together. And we had property managers there today. We had investors. We had real estate agents.
Absolutely.
Individual landlords.
So anyway, we obviously launched this group. We had quite a few people RSVP, and then a quarter of that show up, which is fine. Yeah. We're just launching the call, and the purpose is for it to grow brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Right. But anyway, let's go over some of the major topics. So if you want to pick one and then talk about it.
Well, I mean, one thing that I thought was pretty cool was how Tammy shared with us that we are the first of anybody, property management companies, landlords, to actually start the SB 1333 process.
Yes.
In Dallas County.
Right. What's the SB 1333?
That is the new anti-squatter law that went into effect in Texas
That's right.
as of September 1st, 2025.
That's right. So
Brand new.
you don't have to file for eviction and wait for a court date. You can go file with your local sheriff,
Yep.
local constable, and they can just show up and
Tammy's doing it.
remove the squatters. So we are well, this is so new, and she'll share this in the clip. Actually, let's tune in and listen to what Tammy has to say. Tammy Garcia.
Hey guys, my name is Tammy Garcia. I have been with Navigate and I'm loving Navigate. So with the SB 1333, yes, it is beneficial for landlords because it is a strenuous process going through the eviction, especially when you don't even know a name. It just makes it so hard. And the courts are really quick to throw things out down to a period or an apostrophe on their paperwork. Now, with that said, the SB 1333, you can go ahead and so long as you have your affidavit, it's good to always present a deed of the home as well. And then a backstory of what had happened, transpired. If there's eviction, bring that paperwork up so it's able to go ahead and hold suit with it in addition. Now, what the process is, you go to the constable's office and they will actually see all this paperwork. Ideally, they'll go ahead and have that executed either same day or within a couple days, just because it is so expedited. Now, since it is a new law, and I am actually the first pancake for our sheriff's department, our constable's office, to go ahead and do this SB 133.
Really?
We're all learning
We're number one?
together.
We're the first ones.
So I am excited to see how this process will actually work. We're in the beginning stages. So far, what has transpired is getting everything in line with the constable, and they're reviewing their documents as well because it's new for them. So they're trying to see how that's going to get, enforced on their side. But ideally, they would be ridding the people the same day. So we have to make sure all that paperwork that's presented to them is valid and holds up, because they can always come around and sue you if it's not correct. Yes, the audacity, but yes.
Where you filed the sheriff, like where exactly are you right now today?
So I've already filed my paperwork with the sheriff. I sent it over there to them. And again, since it's a first for everybody, they were literally going through the training that day.
What do they do with this?
It's new for everybody. So, and I believe I'm the first one in the state of Texas. Just because it's yes. So I'm hoping to, again, I'll be the first pancake for all. So this is going to be a good.
Let's go navigate.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's going to really show and enforce that, again, people who are investors that are suffering from squatters, investors who are suffering from people who are being delivered on their rent, there is a way. When there's a will, there's a way. And Texas finally got on suit with the homeowners decide. So I am making strides with this one. As soon as I get the next step on where it's at from the constable, then I will most definitely share the news, because I am ever so curious on how this process will work. It is going to be the first one for us all.
Wow, I'm excited. So they're what do they expect? Like they're gonna get back to you today, tomorrow? I mean Monday?
I'm hoping to get a reply back by early next week. And when I had spoke with them yesterday, I had to get the backstory on how this person came to be, because we were the owner was trying to do the eviction. Things were getting dismissed or not even accepted just because of the name. And of course, now in the state of Texas, they do have it where you can put a Jane Doe, John Doe. But even then, since this portion is still so new, they want a specific name. So I'm having to work with the constable to try to go out there to see if we're able to go ahead and see what we're able to do. Yes. Again, they just want to cover their aspects as well, because they haven't touched.
How do you figure out a squatter's name? That's
Right?
wild.
Huh.
I had said, can we go? Because I actually know the constable. I know him on a personal level to be my constable for all of my writs that I used to perform. And so with that, we have a good rapport. And I'm like, come on, Keith, let's just knock in the door. Let's just go introduce ourselves. But we still have to make sure we follow the process. And on their side, we want to make legality-wise, they have to make sure it can hold it before. Should they come back to you for whatever, we're just always cover ourselves.
Look.
And interestingly enough, the real estate agent, who is also one of our clients, sends a lot of his friends over to us. He hadn't heard of SB 1333 yet.
Well, so this video's been recorded after our episode of us diving into the details of the SB 133. So we'll continue to elaborate on that as we continue to move on and learn, especially through real world experiences. That's the cool thing about being able to do this show and own a property management company, a real estate company, that we are able to actually give you real-time updates and real impact and implication of what's going on in the marketplace.
And you can hear more about that in our other, you can hear the whole sordid story. It's interesting. It's a perfect storm. Sometimes those happen. We had some good questions, really good questions. Stuff that we run into consistently. We
had some leasing questions, which is important. And it's around pets.
It's the people, it's not the pet.
So
more.
You made some really good points, so let's tune in on that and see that real quick. Courtney Jen says she was, let me read her text.
This one, I feel like we get a lot. Judy, if you want to touch base on this one, just about allowing pets on property.
The first thing that I always tell people is, we've been doing this for all of us, everyone here on the screen has been doing real estate for 10, 15, 20 years, right? I know that none of the women here look that old, but believe it or not, we all started when we were 10. But anyway, the worst damage, I promise you, that any of us have ever seen was not from pets. It's people. So our goal is always to find the most qualified, most responsible tenants. And we have a lot of different ways that we do that. But just automatically hacking no pets, you really end up narrowing your pool of available renters down to like 15 to 20% of the people that are out there. Because about 75 to 80% of families in North Texas, all over the United States, have a pet or two. And a lot of times too, when you look at placing a tenant, there are certain fair housing laws, right? That you can't say, I want to rent out my house, but I want them to have kids. Like, sorry, protected class. Maybe we can just find like a single person who travels a lot, so they're not even like in the house. And again, we're like, no, can't do that. Sorry. But the pets thing a lot of times feels like it's more like, okay, if this is the one thing I could do to try to protect my property, I want to do it. But we've seen over and over again, that's not going to get you what you're looking for. What you're looking for are consistent tenants that are relational and open, that can share with you their rental history, send you pictures of their pets, and show you that they have vaccinations and they have the good insurance for them and everything, right? So that's always what we try to encourage owners. And unfortunately, even like Ernesto was asking Fazla, a lot of times, someone may have like one bad experience with a tenant that has a pet, and then they're scared.
Yeah, or just hear about it.
Right. And so we just, we try to encourage them through it and give them the real statistics, if that is helpful.
Well, at the bare minimum, between all of us, we have at least 5,000 turnovers under our belt. So we've seen it all. And to Judy's point, we know what people can do. We've seen them do it to this planet. We've seen them do devastation in massive ways. But anyway,
right.
Yes.
Fazla said it best. Wild people. There are wild people out there. We've met more wild people than wild animals, I would say.
So it's how we prevent, and I think it's important to mention how we prevent. Fazla, where are you now mentally? Some people get traumatized by that, and they say, I don't want to rent out to anyone with dogs or anything like that. Are you there? Or where are you at in the situation now? As we're trying to find a new tenant for you.
I am very positive. I'm not negative. I don't care the negative. I always been very positive. That's the way I've been leading my life. And I'm telling to the other people, everything comes in life is a lesson, and is a lesson to move forward. Whatever it happens, it happens. I mean, I expect all the time it can happen more than that. So right now, I'm not traumatized. I'm basically moving forward with the same pace that I had it before. So now the property has been fixed. It is in a good shape as of yesterday. So yes, there is some expense came in. I mean, what else I can do? So Tammy is helping me put that expense to that person's name, and then see if we can get that back. If it doesn't, it has to go to his credit record. So then he never go out to the market to buy a home or rent a property. I think that will be another positive, things we can protect the real estate market. So other than that, I'm good. And as soon as it's being rented out, then it'll be back to the normal, and should be good enough. One more comment that I have. It's not like the animal, it's the human being.
Yep.
So I have one good example. Always I can consider as a negative, but I try to stay away from the negative. One of all my tenants are really good. One of the I would say very good behavior tenant that I have in Arizona property. I never go there, and he's my tenant for the last 5 years. And when I visited last year, I cannot even recognize my home. And he painted the whole home. Looks like that is his home. And he was basically apologized that I painted your home. I said, well, no, fine. This is really nice. And he has a pet, but they are very well trained. So that means this is the person who controls everything.
Absolutely.
And never being late. He's basically upfront with me and all the issues that comes in. And I really like these kinds of tenants. So it's a behavior. We probably need to go out to find his behavior when we rent it out. Any person.
Yep. Absolutely. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Also.
It starts with the application process, right? And Courtney knows we take those application processes very seriously. We look at them all closely. We have a lot of different processes or parts of the application process that allow us to get to know someone and see their residential history. We have references. So yeah, it really all starts with the application process. And to your point, Fazla, it's the people. The people are ultimately the ones that are controlling the pets, right? So we focus on the people, not the pets. The thought of oh no, what if a pet could hurt my property, right? Ultimately, when you take all those concerns, bad experiences, crazy stories you've heard, it all comes under risk mitigation.
Risk mitigation. Also, the reality is investing is not risk free. Not at that clip, not at that rate. Because you can go, invest in a bond, and there's
Well, it makes sense though. On some level that you would feel more nervous about putting somebody in a house because you can actually see that, touch it. It's not like, oh, the stock market went down 5 points over the last 2 months and my $200,000 is now, if I wanted to pull it out, it's so much less. That you see those numbers, and numbers are static. Property management, investment real estate, it's palpable.
Absolutely.
You can see the pictures. You can literally see the damage. You can't see the damage that's been done to the stock market if that investment of yours drops. So I get it. It can feel nerve-wracking, but that's one of the beautiful things about having a team like Navigate in your corner. We're here to mitigate that risk with you.
Absolutely.
And that's any property management company you work with. You should feel like they're in it with you and they want what's best for you, not like they're just turning the dial.
Yes. I think it's important to note that comes obviously with leadership. One of the things that I try to explain to our clients is our team is handling the day-to-day. They're property managers. They're not asset managers. Thankfully, we're blessed because we act as an asset management company because of our involvement in the day-to-day,
Right.
and our experience. You're not going to get that across the board wherever you go. Nope. I think that's the different service that we're able to provide. That's also something that we're talking about, which is adding that additional service for quarterly analysis of portfolios, sitting down with investors and helping them figure out ways, number one, to leverage their portfolio, right? How they're getting the best out of their portfolio.
Fazla talked about that this morning.
Because I think there's a value add there, and I think that's a difference maker for the marketplace. Not everyone is involved in that capacity. I don't think anyone. You have some companies that do turnkey property management from beginning to end, so there's a little bit more involvement. But 95% of management companies are just handling. It's just a turnkey for them. They come in, hopefully they lease it out. A lot of times it's a volume play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we've been very purposeful under your leadership. This was always your goal, that we weren't building something just fast, but that we were conscientious about the services we are able to provide, the clients that we're able to serve well.
Yep.
And every once in a while, we talk to somebody, we're like, man, I just don't think we'd be able to serve you well.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your property. Like, huge kudos for being an individual investor.
Yeah.
But if you have a specific way you want something done, and Navigate wouldn't be able to fit into that strategy, we'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
We want the best for our clients and for any other investor out there.
Right. It's not our job to do exactly what the client wants us to do, the landlord wants us to do. It's our job to protect them from liability so that they have much success. So that's part of our responsibility. But I feel like we're doing a pretty good job. I mean, don't just believe us and our word. We actually have one of our clients on this call, so let's hear what Fazla was saying about the team, which was super gracious and
Made me happy.
yes, a blessing for sure.
Thanks for your help, your team help. Without your team, I probably won't be screaming a lot. But your team is super. I'm telling you on your face. I mean, something I need to tell to everybody. Your team is phenomenal.
Shout it from the mountains, Fazla. Yay!
I love it, Fazla. And remind us closer to the end of the year when we do bonuses. So
Oh, okay. I am bringing all my real estate clients
Yes.
to you guys, and I think you already have Mohammed and other people lined up, so they will be good. And I have another one is coming, so we will work together.
I love
Love
it.
it.
Well, we appreciate you, Fazla. Thank you so much. Well, we talked about real estate being a cornerstone for an economy. Why is that important?
This is an interesting concept. I'd have to look more closely, but I would say, just based upon my general education and knowledge, countries where people can actually own property, for the average individual can own property, that offers a different way of life. Freedom. We said that earlier, not to be political, but you used Venezuela as an example of what's happening.
Yeah. So some additional key points, though, for a thriving economy. Here's some really good points that I want to make sure we go over. The first one is wealth creation and stability in an economy. Rising home ownership strengthens the middle class, providing stability and a foundation for financial growth. And we talked about this before. That's why we need home ownership, families owning homes, the middle class owning homes,
Right.
Not hedge funds. That hinders the economy.
Right.
So we want a successful economy. Real estate tends to appreciate over time. So obviously serving as a hedge against inflation as well.
Yes.
Those are good markers. If you look at any infrastructure economy that is struggling, look at their real estate, look at who owns the real estate, right? All of that good stuff
Yes.
are good indicators. The second one is job creation and industry growth.
Right.
Why would there be job creation? What specifically? What type of jobs?
Like, and related to
To real estate, yeah.
real estate. Oh, of course. I mean, builders.
Yep. Builders, construction,
There's even
lending, insurance, property management, legal and so many different services. HVACs and plumbers and electricians and
Right.
so on and so forth.
and because the homes are owned by individuals and not just big hedge funds, right, or the government, and because property can be bought and sold by an individual, you also create a competitive marketplace and more jobs and more businesses, because each individual is going to want to work with their neighbor that they know, or my cousin Bob is a plumber. We're always going to use him for any of our plumbing. Like it creates even a more community level role and availability to jobs in different areas.
Yes. Number 3, tax base and public infrastructure. What are your thoughts on that? Property taxes are a major source of funding for schools, roads, and community services. I mean, that's true. A healthy real estate market strengthens local government budgets, allowing reinvestment into infrastructure. Yeah. Healthy cities have healthy taxpayers.
They do. And healthy taxpayers then are able to help the cities be able to create additional infrastructure. When we say infrastructure, what are we talking about? What's the infrastructure? That's a big word.
Roads.
Yeah.
So means of travel.
Yeah.
Right. Schools.
Public assistance.
Security.
Yeah.
Safety.
Yes. Additional growth. Being able to say, hey, our city is growing. You can see that we are also keeping up with that growth. Let's bring more businesses in. Let's bring more corporations in, which in turn brings in more people, more jobs. It's a beautiful cycle that's proven.
It's a design.
It's a design.
Purposeful design to see that flourish and grow.
Very good.
Number 4, capital flow and investment. Real estate absorbs significant domestic and foreign investment, making it a safe and stable asset class.
Domestic and foreign investment.
Ooh.
Interestingly enough, Texas has passed some laws this year about foreign investment. Yeah. I thought to highlight that note.
So in general, well, the thing is, in general, it's good to have foreign investors because it's a marker of a healthy country.
Right.
Like no one's buying real estate in, I don't want to knock any countries right now.
Right? I'm like,
No, there are countries out there.
There are some.
That people are not like, oh, I'm going to buy, the government's like, oh, I'm going to buy real estate there.
Right. Let's use someone as a good example.
A good example.
We have some clients that we get to serve, and they own property here in North Texas, and they own property in Dubai.
Right.
Right?
Or
Dubai
right now.
has a healthy, there's so much happening there.
An economy right now that's
growing
and feeling that it's not new, but Puerto Rico is one of those economies that people are foreign. When we say foreign, we're saying it appears that we'll talk about this maybe on a next episode in detail, but there are those from the states that are investing in the real estate in Puerto Rico and their benefits for doing that, or operating a business from Puerto Rico. So there are benefits to it. I think the Texas ban, we're not going to get into the Texas ban or whatever in the details, but there's a reason that they decided to do that. So
essentially, in layman's terms, they have said there are certain unfriendly countries, basically countries that not even, I would say countries that would share our values as a country here, but other countries that have not wanted to play nice with the United States. They've said, you don't need to own any more property here in Texas. It's okay. I'm taking my balls and I'm going home. We don't want to play.
That's right. And here's the reality. Real estate is not just about buildings and homes. It's real estate's about...
It's the land.
It's land. It's the
land.
Infrastructure.
That's
everything you're putting... Everything you're putting on it, whether it's sewage, whether it's stoplights and all of parks and recreation centers and hotels and it's a foundation of an actual economy.
Right. Because it literally is, it's the ground we walk on.
Absolutely. Well, we went over a lot during the brick by brick strategy call. Thankful for that time. If you haven't already, RSVP for next month, because we do it every third Friday of the month. So next month, it'll be October 17th. At 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m., October 17th, 1 p.m. RSVP. Also, we'll probably send out more information about, obviously, we'll send this video out and then also share a way for us to create a community. So we'll be weighing that as we go and see what direction we move into. But we want to share this as we go. I think that's the beauty of building something brick by brick. Let's go. Is that we want you guys to participate in and see exactly how we're deciding to do these things. The video call is good because we get live interactions, the human touch. But obviously we want to be able to create a platform where we can just share documents and share data and things of that nature as far as what we've already been discussing. Speaking about real estate and being an infrastructure, interacting with people's community. It's energy, right? Encouraging one another.
Yeah.
It's already life is a grind as it is, but there are ways that we can get the best out of it.
Absolutely.
Having community is one of those ways. Also helping the economy flourish, introducing people that probably never even knew each other, strong vendors and handymen and things of that nature.
Yeah.
that they can have an opportunity to talk about what they do and how they do it. So
Yeah. And I mean, we talk about this in all aspects of life, but there's nothing worse than going through something alone. And the power of human connection to bring you along in something it's unmatched. So we can tell you as many times as we want, oh, I've been there, I've done this, or I've seen this, right? But being able to hear that from other investors, vendors, what they've seen, what they've experienced, it does something for your mind, for your heart, to know that, like, okay, I'm not alone. Other people have had this experience, they've gotten through it, or they haven't ever had, something like this specifically, but I guess it happens, right? Or I'm trying to do this. Is this something that I could really be able to do? Could I really build a portfolio? And so getting to talk with other people that have done it, that's encouraging.
So first and foremost, who are the Toll Brothers? Can you give us just a quick overview of who they are, what they do?
No, they're a very well-established building company here in North Texas.
They've been around
The
for
developments,
a really long time.
Toll Brother houses and D.R. Horton,
Yes.
Highland and Grandview, like they're a dinner table name. Most people in North Texas would recognize the name.
Yep. So what do you think this means?
I see this as an opportunity through and through. This just reinforces what we've been telling each other and so many of our clients and friends and investors, that Texas is variable 1 to 3 at any given time for build to rent single family homes. I think it would be interesting to know more about Toll Brothers' decision. I'd be interested to know if they're going to start doing build to rent. We have some really cool communities in North Texas that looks like it's just like a, small to mid-size homes or townhomes, and you would think that they're being sold, but really they're building these darling master planned looking communities all to rent.
Yes.
And so I
Well, and it also looks like
that opportunity, and
it looks like they're obviously they're shifting their hyper focus on single family homes, which can mean multiple things. The profit margin, whatever it is they're doing. Clearly, I mean, maybe they built this to exit, right? But it appears they're starting to put all chips in the single family community. And we've talked about this in other episodes. Is sort of where we're moving culturally from big city, compressed, because of the lack of infrastructure. Now we can go further and still have access. Like the North Dallas Tollway, this thing shoots up all the way into Prosper. Like, if you need to come into Dallas, it's a you hop on the tollway in 30 minutes.
You're there.
It's 30 minutes on the highway. You're there. So people are opting for more space.
Yeah.
Also using their homes to do business. So they have an office. They have things that they can do. Now they have a garage, and they it's just a completely different infrastructure and style.
Yeah.
Which I like. I enjoy that. Obviously the New York cities are going to continue to thrive, Dallas, Miami, LA, but now we're starting to see these city burbs.
Yes, they are.
You like that?
I like that.
Hashtag.
City burb. We were just up in Princeton, remember?
Yeah.
Last weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, look, they have this now.
Yeah.
Oh, they have that now. Like they're
Salina,
things.
Someone sent me this area in Salina where they have it's a shared commercial business community where they have restaurants and stuff like that as a storefront, but they market it as a one location, and then you go to the website and then you can see the restaurants and everything like that. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
It's kind of like the Habit 121 is kind of like that.
Yeah. So you're just
then,
it's good because it's almost like a business HOA where they handle the marketing and everything.
Yeah.
And you just need to be or like a type of food court, right? Where there's going to be other stuff there, so you can be introduced. You may they have like a cigar bar and everything. You may go enjoy a cigar and you realize, oh, they have a pizzeria here.
Right. Oh,
Let me go over.
Dessert.
Yeah, let's go. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see more of those hubs. I love that.
It's really creating. I also feel like a different sense of community structure. Because think about it, like when we were first married, right? We never even thought about going to rent a house. I went and looked at all the cool apartments that had who has the coolest gym and who has a nice pool. Can we get an apartment that has a patio so that I can actually step outside and see the pool area?
Put plants
all over. But they're doing that now with these master planned communities that have smaller homes.
Yes.
And it's really cool.
And it makes sense.
It makes sense. And then you also have the chance, you get out and walk. It has the fitness centers and the community centers and the park and the it's great. So I think people are starting to want to get out of being stacked on top of each other, or at least have the option. So I big opportunity. I think it was a big opportunity.
Opportunity. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Number 2 on our list is office REITs and distressed office market activity. Rhythm Capital is acquiring Paramount Group offices in New York City and San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean that's big news because we think about how these big buildings everywhere were just like empty for a while, and we have seen people making the move to get back into the office a little bit. Next up, AI's growing role in real estate. There's increasing adoption of AI in real estate, in marketing and listings, operations, analytics, predictive modeling, etc. Okay, Mr. AI, what do you think? Trend, trap, opportunity?
I mean, anything and everything with AI right now is going to be an opportunity. You just got to be able to look at it correctly. So we just had our brick by brick call. Do you remember what I said? What was my favorite thing about real estate? It's the analytics.
Oh, the analytics.
The analysis.
Right. The numbers.
Right?
The numbers.
The numbers, they're not going to lie. We're able to assess them. And
Remember everything you say.
yeah. So I think this continues to feed into that direction. Listen, human oversight and bias is always going to be involved.
Right.
When it comes to making a purchase. Purchases are typically emotional. Only humans have emotions, and it takes human interactions. So humans have emotions.
Right.
Okay. There's a difference between having emotions and being emotional.
True.
AI helps us to be less emotional, which I think is helpful for us as a.
But also be able to communicate our emotions in a way that is, I mean, in so many different ways.
Absolutely.
Even think about so we use AI in multiple areas. One area that our team uses AI is for our photo editing now. We put virtual staging in all of our photos, and we use AI to do it. And the reason we do that is to invoke an emotion. We want someone to look at the pictures and think, oh, that's pretty. I would like to go see it. I feel something towards this.
Yes. Well, we
another
just created our own GPT. That's all things property management, and specifically the Navigate way. we will be rolling this out and giving people access to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
For free?
in the beginning it'll be free. Yeah, it's a value add. Why not? We like to give value.
For free on my leasing strategies. Me and Courtney, we've nailed these down.
Business is not about knowledge anymore. It's about execution.
That's a good point.
Navigate.
That's a good point.
Thank you. The reason that Navigate is different is because of our level of execution. The reason that we've been able, but I'm talking about me right now.
Right.
I've been able to build Navigate is because of my ability to execute, not because I had some secret sauce. You can give the same 20 people the same information.
And only one of them
Somebody,
will produce something.
you got to go and execute.
Yeah,
that's the
very good
bottom
point.
line, right? And also people hire you because they believe in your execution and your ability to get the job done.
Right.
Saving their time, they can use their time to do something else, right? Mowing the lawn, it's easy. But do you want to be mowing your lawn or you want to pay somebody? It's up to you, right? But in real estate, it is, especially property management, like where we talked about SB 1333, right? There's some complexity here, especially when you're rolling something out that's brand new. It's like there are going to be mistakes. We've made those mistakes already for you. So now when we do provide the service on your behalf, you're getting the flawless process versus the learn with us as we go process.
Right. No, I like that though too, because let's just roll with that. You know, if we figure this, as we figure this thing out and we see how it works and we pump all the information and the next steps into our Navigate Chat GPT, our clients, our friends, people who have access to it, they're going to be able to hop in there and be like, my property manager just did this today. What's the next step?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, of course they can call us. We're trying to pick up the phones as much as we can. But yeah, you have instant access
give
to
it
just...
to our existing clients? Yeah, that's a great... Yeah, why not?
Because they can hop in there and be like, I really want to talk to Christine because I just adore her. And I want to know next steps.
Yeah, Christine just let me know they filed for eviction.
Right.
So what are the next steps?
What are the next steps?
Yeah.
And then what after that?
Yeah. And then what else? And AI will keep giving you more examples and more examples. Yes, that's a great point.
Which if you don't do it day in and day out, and we talk about this all the time, chief reminding officers, we remind ourselves, our team, our clients, oh, this is what's next, the next day. I'm sorry, what did you say it was next? Oh, this is what's next. Got it.
Right.
They know that day. My wife was wondering what's happening next. This is what's next.
Yep.
So giving them access.
Yep.
I like it.
Number 5. The other big topic is rental market and affordability issues. In particular, in San Antonio, record numbers of home purchase contracts are being canceled. Many buyers walk away due to high prices, mortgage rates, or issues discovered during inspection. That's a big deal, by the way.
Yeah, we've seen some of that here too.
Yeah, people pulling out and
Yeah.
because everything, it's so volatile right now. It can change. By the time you put something on the contract and then you're like, whoa, okay.
I'd be curious to know the people that are walking away from properties, how often it's high prices, how often it's mortgage rates, and how often it's issues discovered during inspections. We had a few situations like that. I want to say it was last year. Remember, there was a builder, but there was a major builder in North Texas that was like they were passing inspections, but they were not doing a good job. And then I'd have to look into it again, but that was a big deal last year.
Mm-hmm.
Houses that either weren't passing inspections or they were just doing the bare minimum, but then selling something else, saying like, no, we don't do bare minimum, we do the extra good stuff. And then people moved in and a year later, they're like, these walls are so thin. I thought, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah, I have somebody who bought a house recently in San Antonio, and their experiences with the builder were not good, and the shortcuts they've taken.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I wasn't talking about that specifically, but now that you mentioned that, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll keep an eye on that and provide some more updates as we go, for sure.
Yeah.
Leadership and organizational changes. Blackstone's Real Estate Income Trust has appointed Katie Keenan as its CEO following the tragic shooting of his former CEO, which happened in July. That was a shooting in New York, my hometown.
The shooter just walked into
The building, yeah.
the building, opened fire.
Open fire, yeah.
But you know what's crazy that I didn't realize that the shooter got the CEO.
I didn't know either.
That is
Wild. That's unfortunate. Man, that's tough.
and they have a new CEO.
Yep. So she's been appointed. Leadership, obviously, there had to be a leadership change here, which is just absolutely heartbreaking. I'm more laughing because of how just what we're seeing. And obviously we try our best to stay focused on real estate, but the heartbreaking news of obviously 9/11. We're recording this in September. 9/11, I was in New York City when that happened. Traumatizing. And then the death, public murder, and execution of Charlie Kirk, which is absolutely devastating.
It's really interesting to see the number of leaders. Blackstone is huge. They establish markets, build up, they build communities, they leverage debt. They're a leader in one way in our country. Like, even if it's someone who's not inviting the average person to see them, like Charlie Kirk did. But it's devastating, and it's something to be paying attention to, be watching, be educated about, that leaders within our country are being targeted. I thought it was unique that Katie Keenan actually has been at Blackstone for a very long time, so they promoted from within. I wonder if that was even a discussion, whether to go hire someone and bring them in or to promote from within. But it sounds like she's been with them for a long time.
Yeah, well, they need a leader, and now they have one. Shout out to Katie.
Changes in state policy in Texas. Texas's 89th legislature passed new laws effective September 1st that affect zoning, development processes, and property ownership and recording practices aimed at increasing housing supply and affordability. Trend, trap, opportunity?
I'm going to say opportunity. Number one, it lowers regulation, so we can expedite building, things like that. I mean, we've done some major renovations, and somehow, some way, the city steps in and slows it down or makes a mistake, oversight,
Terrible.
whatever it may be. It can definitely hinder growth. Obviously, there's good in it, but there's also the negatives in there. But this seems to be the right move in the right direction for our developers, investors, home buyers. It really does speed up the development process and lowers the barrier. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's good.
It's for opportunity. So now you can be a little bit more bold about doing a fix and flip in a certain city, and
which is very important.
Yeah,
we can't just let these houses.
We can.
We can. It's not good for communities for some communities just to get older and older and older, while brand new communities pop up without giving those communities and the people who care about those communities the opportunity to go in and renovate and make it more beautiful. Like cities, I don't know why they would want to try to hold that up.
That's right. Absolutely.
Make it happen.
Slowing prices growth and easing mortgage rates. The feds didn't meet.
They did.
What was the outcome of that? And is it a trend, a trap, or an opportunity?
It's an opportunity, I think. I mean, I like the way it's going. It makes sense that if we're giving people the opportunity to rent houses, like we were talking about, we also need to be able to give people the opportunity to buy houses. So if our mortgage rates go down, that is going to give people more opportunity to purchase their own property, which we also, when we look back to that before, like that's something so unique about our country, our state. We want people to be able to own their own home. And not to be paying so much in interest rates, not paying so much on the interest side of something that the principal never gets touched, and you're not able to live your life in other areas because you're spending so much on the house that you want to own, where you could go and rent it for cheaper a lot of times. Because we're seeing that imbalance now.
Right.
Honestly, big time.
I think it's a trap.
You think so?
Yep.
Not even a trend?
I don't even think it's a trend. I think it's a trap.
How is it a trap?
I just don't see how this inflation, for me, it's an indicator of more inflation.
You know what's something
I think people are stubborn, greedy at times, so I feel like it's a trap. But it could be opportunity. I'm just saying. Right now I'm feeling negative, so, take it with a grain of salt, people.
Inflation, I feel like for a lot of people, it's like, what do you mean that inflation could affect how I'm, my ability to purchase a home? Or how do those two things correlate?
Well, because if rates come down, people think I don't have to drop my home price because now the rates are lower. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean that's still the market. They may not. So then those people go buy a new house.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. What if there's going to be a lack of people wanting to budge? That's what I'm saying. We're seeing it now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen people drop prices.
Right.
And then they're like, well, let's just hold off now. Your house is now going to sell this year. What couldn't sell last year is going to sell this year. Is that your outlook on real estate? Hey, you wanted to sell your house for $750,000. It didn't sell this year, but just wait next year to sell for $750,000.
Right.
Is that what you're seeing? Is that what you're saying? Or
that's actually not a perspective that I was thinking about, but it's a really good one. I was thinking more like,
we want to keep it 100 on this show. Talk about peel back the layers.
I was thinking more like, for example, the first house that we bought, we had a fantastic mortgage rate, right? Like 2.75% or something.
Yeah.
So our mortgage amount was not terrible, but over 5 to 7 years, the taxes went up so much, which is an aspect of inflation.
The government is being selfish.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, totally. So our taxes went up so much. Insurance was so much.
Yeah. Well,
and then
you have the insurance companies that are pulling out of Texas because of all the freeze, that year with the freezes.
It's awful.
It's crazy.
I had a client call me this morning. She's like, need help. And I'm like, need help? I'm doing my makeup, but I'll give you a call. This sounds like issues. It was about insurance. Well, let me finish my first thought, though. Our first house, by the time we sold that house, we were paying as much for groceries every month.
Yeah.
As we were paying for our mortgage, our insurance, our taxes.
Is ridiculous. Right?
Which I remember seeing that on our budget one month, and I was like, that's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy. And so I can see how this could be a trap that people go buy houses because the interest rates go down. But if inflation keeps going up, they're going to have to choose between groceries and their home. You know what I mean?
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Yes, those are really good points. This has been a very good episode. We enjoy going over these. I think it's important for us to continue to tune our ear into the marketplace. Subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for connecting with us. We appreciate you guys. Again, check out the links below, the newsletter, the brick by brick call. If you
See you
need
next time.
if you need property management in North Texas, we got your back. We
got
really
you.
do. We're looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.
Adios.
With